Not on the bike today, but going somewhere I think you'll be interested in. Well, I guess this is the invisible selfie stick mode. I've never used this before. So this is well, that's Urquhart's Bay down that way, through to Whangārei Harbour. Big massive fucking hill, and this is heading over to Smugglers. Yeah, thought I'd do a bit of a video because, well, essentially I think that a lot of Northlanders, well, me, sort of say to myself, you know what, we've got nowhere that we can go that's cool, you know, like travel wise, you know, we're not racing around in the back of the Middle East and on desert roads and that sort of thing. So I guess you become complacent, or probably not even complacent, just you don't sort of not realise but appreciate what you've got around you. So what I thought was, I was watching YouTube the other day, saw a couple of Aussies come to Whangarei, and they did this walk over to Urquhart's, and honestly fucking looked like another country. They were pretty impressed, and I was like, it's just a fucking walk to Smugglers. Which is usually like, I walk across here to go fishing and stuff, but I never thought anyone would be interested in seeing it. So I thought, right, we'll go for a walk, take the camera, take some video, and see what we can actually get out of it. And to be fair, it's not the best day in the world. Bit of low cloud, which has at times turned into stinking rain, but it's not too bad. And I can do this. I bought the super selfie stick. Bit of wildlife, the old poo gecko down there. I won't put it out too far because obviously they're all yellow hammers. I brought Mrs. BeerSarge with us, so should be a fun afternoon. We might end up going around to a place called the Gun Emplacement, which was a Second World War installation for a coastal gun battery. It's obviously not in there anymore, but the concrete emplacement's still there. It's pretty historical, I guess. We're coming up to 100 years it's been there, I suppose. that's around the other side of that big hill over there. There's various walks and ways you can get there. But this, as we come across the top of the hill here, is Smugglers Cove. So this is Smugglers in the rain. Art Deco sculpture. It's been here a while, that I think. Yeah, so this is the beach itself. It's a real pain in the arse that it's raining, but hey, that's how it goes. What have we got over here? So this is how far it extends around. So it extends around under the mountain. Yeah, and for those people from distant lands, yep, all the beaches in New Zealand are, contrary to public opinion, not made of rocks and stones and black sand. They are essentially, Northland at least, beautiful white sandy beaches like this with no one on them. Don't tell everyone, or everyone will come here. But you're more than welcome to come here, obviously, because we're not in charge. But yeah, I've got old Noisy with me, making all that noise, clanging. Come around one bay and there you go, there's your rocky stony beach. So in Northland, so we do have them, and it's well, as you can see, from one bay to the next. So probably not the best bay to be sunbathing on. You get stones up the crack of your butt, but still nice and secluded, and there's no bugger here still. It's obviously a well-maintained track as well, so it's not like a major stretch of track that you have to prepare yourself for. I mean, I'm fairly prepared. I know I'm about at a quick clip. I could probably get back to the car in about 20 minutes if I needed to. Other than that, I've got a first aid kit, a raincoat, and I'm pretty well prepared because I know where I'm going, really. Even though I've never walked this way before, I have an idea of where it goes and where it comes out, and the track is well defined. So hopefully no search and rescue for me today. But yeah, those essentials, you've got to have something to keep you warm, which is the raincoat, and a first aid kit just in case something happens. Bust your leg or something. Get attacked by a wild pig. You just don't know. You just don't know. So I just had a blowout in my shoes. So I've had to tie the sole to the shoe with the laces. So we could go to Busby Head, which is right out at the end, or we could go to Urquhart's, which is not at the end. Yeah, Busby's a lookout over the harbour, so probably won't be going that way. Anyway.
Is that one the gun? Oh.
That one is not the gun. Oh yeah, so anyway, had to blow out my shoes, tied it up with laces. I shouldn't complain, I've had these boots for maybe 25 years. And they've been really, really good. So it looks like I'll be getting another pair of minerals. So this is the harbour. That little island down there, you probably can't see because of that tree, that is called the Frenchman. Get some pretty wicked tides come racing through between the Frenchman and the headland. But it's cool. It's slippery as hell up here, so you got to be very, very careful. But how cool is this place? Buhutakawa trees about to come into bloom for Christmas. Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. Right, so we've trudged around the edge. Now we're heading back through this podocarp type forest with some fairly old tea tree or manuka, form track, few steps which make it a little bit easier, I think, or harder, however you look at it. Yeah, very, very cool. So, stairs or an incline, what do you reckon's easiest? Incline's probably easy, feels easier. Stairs seem to get you there faster. Look at that. So cool. Just tried to give her a high five. Got told off. High fives use too much energy. To be fair, we just climbed up a fairly massive hill and not allowed to talk to her either. Can't speak, no energy. Can't high five, no energy. But we're downhill now. Life is grand. Look at that. I don't know why I turn the camera around. You can fucking see everything. Although it might make it easier to edit. I don't know. Whoompa. You keep looking out over the harbour, but it's the same. It's the same. It's the same view. It's just the harbour. I'll wait for it at the bottom of this gully. Okay, so I'm not going to wait. Waited and got told off for waiting for her. She can do this on her own. That's okay. That's okay. Might shout her a coffee when we get to the end. Sure she'll want one. I'd just like to point out I'm repping the New Zealand Army today. Rock on. Got that down in Linton when I was down there a couple of weeks ago. Alright. Just more of the track itself. It's a pretty well defined track, so and my shoes holding up, which is good. And you exit the bush to this. And this takes you over the saddle and back down to the car park. If you want to get to the gun emplacement, you have to go around the front of this big massive rocky outcrop here. We won't be doing that today. We'll make our way back to our car now and dry these boots out and chuck some glue on them and fix them, since they're still pretty good. I think they're pretty fucked actually. Pretty fucked. So we're going to make our way down the hill now, back to the car. Yeah, right. Let's go. Let's see if these boots last. They should do. It's downhill, so all the pressure will be on the bore for the front. So it'll be pushing it back, which is quite good. Now, so we walked up over that track there. There's a jokey walking over there, you can see. Although he looks like he's going up the hill. He's running. He's mental. Yeah, so we've followed this down, basically back out to the car park. Nice little early morning jaunt through the cattle. So if you're scared of cows, if you've heard of cows, if you've heard of them, then you'll know what they're like. But if you're scared of cows, you probably wouldn't want to come through the cattle. Especially when we're going to make this one move. Alright, this is going to be pretty boring, so unless I fall over and break my leg, we'll finish up back at the car park. Get out of the way. You're going to get out of the way? You're not going to get out of the way. You're not going to get out of the way. You aren't either. You're just going to sit there. Okay. Else you don't give a shit. Good cattle. Look at the weather today. Man, perfect weather for like having a sweaty walk. As you can see for one, my boot is a bit wet. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I don't know if it's going to make it back. Don't know if it's going to make it back. If I labour it, it will. So perhaps I'll labour it. I'll just take it easy. And hopefully it will be okay. Made it. Alright, so we made it through the cattle without getting eaten, killed or impregnated. Not that they could, because they are steers, so yeah, I know. Oh, that's the first bit of native bird life that I've seen is a bloody fantail. Pee waka waka. There's a tui up there somewhere. I don't know if I can see him. You won't see him in this camera, but 100%. Yep, just saw him. 100%. I don't know. Anyway, this is going back into Whangārei Bay again. Yeah. So, as I was saying, when I first kicked this off, generally I was of the opinion that there was nothing really exciting about Whangarei or its surrounding area. So we all looked to go overseas to our when we go, oh, I dropped this earlier, obviously. There's even a bloody sign. Look at this. Apart from all the poisons and shit, there's a little. There you go. The Conservation Trust. A little sign. It's been eaten by a mouse. It's all about how they get rodents off the mainland. But there you go. Anyway, so sort of clinky malinky here. Yeah. So what I was saying is that we tend to want to travel overseas and do stuff, and then people come here and they're like, man, this is so amazingly beautiful, and we're like, what? It's just smugglers. But yeah, obviously we get complacent, or we just don't appreciate what we've actually got. So yeah, it was actually really nice to appreciate what we have here in Whangarei. So yeah, there you go. All right, I know it's a bit of a stretch from what I normally do, but there you go. See you later. My shoe is still fucked.